So on each of the capacitors, you have to be very careful because they could have a lot of stored voltage in them. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a rubber glove on. You're going to have a screwdriver with a plastic handle, and you're going to want to go ahead and discharge like so. On one with two terminals, just discharge like this just to make sure. So you'll just short that out to discharge the circuit within there because it can be dangerous. So you're going to want to do that on the old one that's in there, and then also on the new one that you're going to replace, just because it could have been returned and it could have a charge on it. Okay, so next up we're going to test the start capacitors. So you'll notice right away that there's a huge difference in the size of these. So this one is very small and this old one is huge, but they're both 330 volts, and then this old one's a 216 to 240 and the new one's a 216 to 259. So there's about a 10% tolerance on a start capacitor, and when we actually test them, you'll see that they're almost identical. The other thing with the old one is that it has this resistor on the top. So in order to actually test that, I disconnected it on one side in order to get an accurate reading of the capacitor. So we'll go ahead and start with the old one first. All right, so we're going to go ahead and test this old one. You see it bounces around a bit, but it's standing at about 223. All right, so then we'll go ahead and test the new one. And it's 234. So they actually end up being quite close to each other. So like I said, it's a little bit of a pain to test some of the older ones. If they have that resistor on the top, you're going to receive an incorrect reading when you go to test it due to that resistor. So I took it off just to show on this video.